Shlump. Okay, so I know I've made a lot of videos covering first-person shooter games, especially Call of Duty, but I've just been playing a lot of first-person shooters the last few months, and since I make videos on games that I've been playing unless someone else suggests the game, a lot of my videos have been on first-person shooters. And this video is no different, but let me explain. The PS Plus games for July have been announced, and Black Ops 4 is one of them. It's annoying that Black Ops 4 got chosen to be a free game because I just bought it last month. But at least I can make a video on it before the game goes free, so when it does become available as a PS Plus game, my video will already be up and ready for anyone to watch who has a PS5 and is wondering how their new free copy of Black Ops 4 will run on it. Out of all the Call of Duty games I've covered so far, this one has the most stuff to talk about, so make sure to watch the end of the video. Let's get started. Black Ops 4 has not received any next-gen patches, and runs on PS5 entirely through its default backwards compatibility mode. Usually when I make a video on a Call of Duty game running on PS5, I mention how none of the COD games have gotten next-gen updates, but just a few days ago, Warzone got a 120Hz update, making it the first PS4 COD game to get a next-gen patch specifically for PS5 players. Hopefully, other COD games can get patches like that as well, but I highly doubt it. The PS4 Pro version of Black Ops 4 in multiplayer uses a temporally reconstructed 4K resolution, meaning it's super close to 4K, but not actually native 4K. This resolution is also dynamic, meaning when there is a lot of action on screen and the hardware gets put under heavy load, the resolution can temporarily lower in order to keep the frame rate smooth. I really like when games use dynamic resolutions, because it means we get a good resolution while still achieving mostly smooth frame rates. Black Ops 4 on PS4 Pro still dips into the 50 FPS range frequently, so maybe the upper resolution limit for the dynamic resolution was set too high. Doesn't matter on PS5 though, because the PS5 uses its power to lock the frame rate at 60, while keeping the resolution at the highest it's programmed to go. This should come as no surprise, since the PS5 has the power to easily run this game at native 4K. On the PS5, multiplayer is smooth and sharp, and has no problems. Well, that was multiplayer, but what about Blackout? Black Ops 4's Battle Royale pushed the PS4 Pro hard. Not as hard as Warzone does, but there were still drops into the 50s and 40s when in intense moments. Now once again, the PS5 powers through it like a champ, getting that perfect 60 FPS at all times, even in split screen mode. Speaking of split screen, even though Blackout on PS5 runs perfectly when two players are sharing the screen, I still wouldn't recommend playing this way, because it makes using your inventory screen very hard due to the text being small and hard to read. This isn't a problem that can be fixed via buying a bigger TV or monitor. No matter how big your display is, it will still be hard to use the inventory when playing. You could be playing a game on a movie theater screen and it would still be difficult. I also noticed that the split screen mode causes a weird bug to occur when playing. You'll constantly see the grass flickering in and out of existence right in front of you. I think this happens because the grass level of detail system is getting confused, since it is having to render two areas of the game at once. I was curious to know whether this glitch happened on the PS4, or if PS5 backwards compatibility was to blame here, so I played Blackout split screen on a base PS4 and it actually still happened there. Another thing I thought might be bugged as a result of PS5 backwards compatibility was the shadows in Blackout. The environmental shadows in the game seemed really dark, like the grass under trees which were creating shade becoming almost pitch black when it should be much lighter, and also having a sort of white, shiny, glistening look to them, with random white pixels flashing in the shadow. It's hard to describe. Building interiors as well are pitch black, making it extremely difficult to see people inside them, and even sometimes what's right in front of you. I checked to see if this also happened on the PS4, and indeed it did. But what's really weird is when I looked at gameplay footage online of Blackout on PS4 from a few years ago, the shadows seemed normal and correct, much lighter, and you could actually see the insides of buildings. So maybe a later update to the game caused this bug, or maybe it's something with the TVs I used when testing. Heck, it could even be the HDMI cords I use, I don't know. So if any of you watching this video have played Blackout on PS5 for yourself, let me know if you experience any of the same odd things I have. And for anyone who hasn't seen gameplay of Blackout split screen before, yes, those black bars on the side are really there when you play. It's something the developers did to make the game run better, and the same thing happens when you play Black Ops 3 multiplayer in split screen, though it does not occur in Black Ops 4's multiplayer. Interesting, I guess the developers decided it wasn't necessary for those bars to be there when playing Black Ops 4 multiplayer split screen. Obviously, if Blackout was updated to take advantage of the PS5, those black bars wouldn't be needed. As for Black Ops 4's loading times on PS5, you'll definitely want to install the game on the PS5's internal SSD. I had originally installed the game on an external hard drive, which is plugged in via USB, but Black Ops 4 apparently said that's not good enough, since when you're navigating through the menus, you'll encounter constant freezing as the game struggles to load everything in. You'll also see lots of pop-in and blackout when landing, and it can take as long as a few minutes for everything to load in with the highest available textures and models. The trees are looking like the trees from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Installing the game on the internal SSD makes the menus much faster and eliminates a lot of the pop-in that previously occurred in the blackout mode. Overall, Black Ops 4 on PS5 is a definitive way to play the game compared to the PS4 and PS4 Pro. Blackout has not aged so well as the multiplayer has. You'll constantly be noticing concessions that were made with the PS4 and PS4 Pro in mind. If a PS5 version of Black Ops 4 were to be released, I'd expect a native 4K resolution, maxed out graphics, and 120 FPS. If 120 FPS with those settings is too demanding for the PS5, then a separate 120 FPS mode should be made available with a lower resolution and or graphical quality. I don't think a PS5 update for this game is likely to happen though. If you're new to the game or a veteran, there's no better time to jump on than right now, as a whole bunch of new players will be flooding in from PlayStation Plus and quarantine is still kind of in effect. Are you going to be playing Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Plus? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're down there, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. I'd appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Okay, so I thought it'd be best if I included this clip at the end of the video so I could talk over and explain what's going on here. I'm playing Blackout with the game installed on an external hard drive via USB, and this is one of the worst cases of popping in a video game I've ever seen, where it actually puts me at a competitive disadvantage compared to other people. Look, I land on this roof here, and there's nobody there. I'm looking at this bag. Oh, I'm getting shot. What is this? And it's just a gun, a floating gun, and then all of a sudden, slowly, the dude loads in. He hadn't loaded in yet. He was just invisible, and there's no chance for me to see him. And installing the game on the PS5's internal SSD definitely solved this problem.